What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting, and we are back. I wound up working last Monday, and as you'll see in this live stream, it's a lot of taking accountability. Now, I know I've been back and I've been consistent, it's been pretty good, other than last week. So I should have made a note, should have let you guys know, but I'm here now, and the studio's a little messed up. I brought a gaming PC in, which is kind of something else I will be pursuing besides this on the side. So multiple avenues of things going on for me in life. Hey Queen, how you doing? What's up, Inked? Yeah, I figure I'll let a few people come in and then I'll address some of the things I want to talk about. One of them being me not being here last week, which there was nothing really to that. It was just like I was taking some time to mentally recoup, and I was at work, so it was like, I worked the holiday. So anyway, I wanted to talk about removing the first video I've ever removed before from any channel ever. So if you guys have been around the channel, you know that I've been online since 2016 making videos. It was either comedy or trying to do film or just random little stuff or podcasts or things like that, workout content, and then eventually I wound up here. But I've always been making content, and I've never took anything down, no matter how cringe, bad, or anything. Actually, I think a few things got privated, but that's because there were people who were in them who asked to be out of them. So those reasons, when other people are involved, I will remove stuff. So similar to the reason why I removed last 2 weeks ago was live. That one, there was a lot of truth in that message, and I saw a lot of people gained insight and knowledge from it. But at the same time, I let my own inner demons bleed through. I let my own problems and things I was going through kind of slip out a little bit too much, and it was immature, and it was not something that I stand by, which I didn't like. So while I was making it, it was fueled more by emotion and not by, I know we would go off, thoughts create and feelings create and stuff like that, but I was fueled more by emotions and my own being charged up on a misunderstanding. And it reminded me of a lot of stuff. That I went through with my specific person journey, especially like some of the clients I had around that time too. It was like stuff that charged me up. I started remembering a lot of bad stuff. And in the moment, you're saying certain things and it's like, and I can't bullshit. It's like some of the things I knew, it's like, I didn't think she watched the lives, but wound up being something that my SP watched the lives, and some of the stuff I said did hurt her, and saw that the amount of effort, how much she has changed in the time of all this was irresponsible on my part. And is there going to be problems in every relationship? I believe that there's like adversity in everything in life, and you need to have problems in order to grow. If you don't, life's fucking boring. I talked to someone about that the other day. It's like life is really boring if everything's just figured out easy. Here you go, hand it to you. So yeah, basically, I felt bad making it. It's like, felt like, oh, maybe it's like, at the time I was thinking, I'm like, I'm done with this relationship. I'm this and that. And then it's like, and she was actually trying and stuff, but she went through some horrible circumstances, and I misinterpreted them as something towards me. And a client was going through something else, but it was in a more negative context, and it charged me up. And then me and her weren't talking, and it was like mainly me pulling back and then making her feel bad. And there's this, without airing out too much of the business, like I said before, I wanted to remove a lot of my personal business off here, just for the privacy of stuff, and because it gets frustrating sometimes too. It's like, because you're airing out all your business, and a lot of times I feel like people identify with it. Like, it was like, for a long time, like, oh, okay, I need this relationship to be perfect, otherwise nobody's gonna believe in manifesting. That made no fucking sense, but it was an assumption I had, and people would worry whenever they'd see, oh, I'm having this, I'm having that. The important thing is that people can change, and I wanted to prove that. I've seen so many people in my life change and do a 180, and I'm thankful for experiencing both versions, good and bad, because that led me to realize that anyone can change, and I've changed in the process too, and they've experienced better versions of me. When I look back at the version of me that they knew at that time, not that I'm not proud of that person, but it's like there was room for growth, and I grew. So I'm proud of everything I ever went through, and you can never really be mad or hate on anybody that's, what do you call it? You can never be mad or hate on anyone that has helped you grow. So anyway, I grew from that experience too. And I took the video down just because it's like, I think I can address those points, but on a more broad term instead of throwing out actual thing. Because I did throw out actual like things that we were going through on there, and that was childish of me. And that's when I was done, I went for a walk in that park, and I was like, you know what? That's not like, I'm like, something feels off. I was like trying to tell myself that this felt good, but I felt bad. Like at the end of the day, I'm not somebody who's what do you call it? I can't be vindictive. That's not in my nature, I guess. I can do it, but I don't feel as good. So anyway, that was the reason I took that down. And John and Courtney, welcome in as well. Totally understand removing things. So yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, I took it down, and it's like I still want to address that stuff. I mean, there were still people who were in there, and they derived value from it, so it was good for them. But you know, it's not good to do something that hurts the person you care about. And actually, our relationship wound up getting strengthened through it too. Which again, like I said, every ugly thing, like well, we were both kind of checking out because she was putting in a lot of effort and I was pulling back. We'll break it down. And like I said, I'm a man and I own up to like whenever I fuck up on shit. I was pulling back and almost like, yeah, you know, prove it to me. It's like a person was proving it to you. And sometimes I've seen this too with clients too. When a person comes back, it was almost like, show me. I need you to show me more. And it's an arrogant mentality. And like checking out, well, I'm not doing any more romantic stuff because I've done it enough. There's a thing, like I said, you've put in, like, you're only going to get back whatever you put into a relationship. And when I said last week or 2 weeks ago, relationships come with consequences. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. Relationships come with consequences. Mean I'm going through something, and you're my boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is, whatever person you are, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, if I'm going through something, my girlfriend should be there for me, which she was. When she's going through something, I need to be there for her. And if I'm checked out, that's fucked up on my part. So it was something that caused some self-reflection. So anyway, that's about the most insight as I'll give on my own stuff. But thought that I would address all that real quick. And then we'll light up and talk about today's subject of gratitude, because this was actually a very good lesson to lead to gratitude. And today we're going to do The Girl with No Name from Drew Estates. There we go. One of my favorite brands is Drew Estates, and the Western cowgirl ones. Well, thank you, John. Yeah, that's the one thing I wanted. At the end of the day, people could say whatever. It's like I want to be the most honest and open and out there. Let's see. Mr. Von Werder, good day. Who's that girl? It's the girl with no name inked. Okay, so we'll talk about gratitude. In the wake of everything that was going through, it's like what I realized was being grateful for what you have every day is very important to getting more of anything else. Like for a while, it felt like, you know, life was kind of stagnating a little bit, and who's to blame but yourself? Because you're only looking at one aspect of your life. It's like a lot of times you're looking at, oh, the specific person isn't here, and then you get so preoccupied with that, you lose interest in everything else. And because one area of your life isn't going very well, you think that all the areas are not going well, or you're not paying any mind to them or being grateful for what you have. And I always like to start my day with gratitude. For the past XYZ amount of months, whoever knows how many, it's been a long time, I wasn't doing gratitude. So the experience I went through led me to doing that again. And some new doors opened. And one of my manifestations was make some new friends. I wanted to find a private gym near where I grew up, which was crazy because there was one there for 30 years, didn't even know about. I wanted to work out with people that I used to work out with. Boom, 2 guys from my past, like they work out there and it's like a private gym. I'm like, holy shit. Like that manifestation came in, meet new people, make new friends, been making new friends, meeting people all the time. I wanted to start a new passion, which is, you know, I want to start doing some of this gaming stuff. I'm not a big gamer, but like, seems fun. Like I said, if I'm interested in something, I'm going to go with it for a bit. I mean, this channel was something on a whim as well. So I started giving gratitude. My relationship is like an all-time high for the past 2 weeks, past 2 weeks, because it opened up a channel to be more open, and I started being grateful and reflecting on all the good things that have happened in the relationship. Oftentimes as a coach, you'll go through and you remember all the negatives, and then you tell people, look, all the stuff I overcame, and then you look at your relationship and go, oh, well, this isn't happening now. This kind of reminds me of that old story, and you can't release the old story. So like I said, a big thing with why I charge for the coaching and stuff is because it does take a mental toll on me. It does cause me to avoid my SP sometimes, but that's an unhealthy way of doing it, where I have to wait an hour and a half, 2 hours to go talk because I got to reprogram myself with positive memories. The point is remembering the here and now. The here and now is the most important moment. And going back and looking through, okay, here's all the positive memories. What's one of my famous techniques I tell you guys about, which is the three memory technique. Drop back into 3 memories where it's like, wow, that was a very beautiful memory with this person. I love this person. I love that memory. I feel great. I'm grateful that it happened. I'm grateful how far we've come. I'm grateful where we are now. It negates all those negative experiences. So that was another point I wanted to make. So when you're going through that, even if the specific person's not there, I have used gratitude before the relationship even manifested. I was grateful we were together. I was grateful we were waking up next to each other, blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, like what I used to always visualize was kissing her goodbye in the morning before I went to work. And every Saturday that happens. We usually see each other on Friday nights. And then Saturday I go to work. So kiss her goodnight every day before I go to work. Or on Mondays, I'm off and she's not. Same thing, get to kiss her goodbye, except I'm the one who goes back to bed. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to go to the gym, but the point is, like, that was a once an imaginable act and something I was giving gratitude for before it ever happened, and it did. But when you're not grateful for things, sometimes it feels like in your own mind you're insinuating that you don't have something. So it's like you start looking for lack. Like, my relationship was a million times better than what it was when we were broken up and stuff like that, because you actually have the relationship. Things are going good. This person's doing stuff that's way better than what you ever thought could have been possible. But if you start looking for problems, you will find problems. You're like, oh, I like this, and you don't listen, and you don't do that, and this and that. And you start nitpicking things, and you destroy your own good in the world. Same thing with, oh, okay, this channel's doing well. It's doing successful, stuff like that. You start looking for you start comparing yourself to other channels, and it's like, well, they have more followers, and I feel like I got a better message. And they get into a victim state. It's like, well, that's not fair, because people do this with specific people too. It's like if a third party comes in, you're comparing yourself. I'm better looking than that guy. I got more muscles than that guy. Blah, 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 blah. You go on again and again and again, all this shit, and you start comparing yourself. Same thing with like a channel or a job, and like you find out somebody else gets a job over you. It's like, that guy's a fucking idiot. Like, I could have did that job better, and blah, blah, blah. And now you're comparing yourself. And in that comparison, even though you're verbally or mentally stating that you're better than that person or that thing or that situation, you are still degrading yourself, feeling that you are less than it, if that makes sense. Deep in your core, because you're just basing everything off 3D facts. Well, if you're basing it off 3D facts, the 3D shows you that you don't have that specific thing, or that it didn't happen, or you lost. So now you feel like fucking garbage. So this is why there's power of gratitude. Even when something doesn't go in your favor, you're grateful for it, and you keep your eyes open for the good. And if you're not looking for the good, you're going to find the bad, because you're either looking for one or the other. Like Neville says, you can't serve 2 masters. And even the Bible says you can't serve 2 masters. If you're looking for 2 different things, if you're looking for different stuff, if you're looking for the negative, you're going to find it. If you're looking for the positive, you're going to find it. And you got to be conscious of where your subconscious is at the moment. So let me drink some coffee and see what's up. What's up, Divine Fempress? I need to bring up a good point about the memory technique too. There was another part of gratitude too, is you could be using I remember when technique. So those of you who don't know, who are just tuning in on all this stuff, I remember when is you don't have something presently, but you'll say, I remember when this happened. I remember when that happened. And it's something that hasn't happened, and you're pretty much probably in the opposite of whatever it is. So it's like, oh, I remember, and actually too, you're doing it more like whatever, you're stating your present circumstance, but you're remembering it as if it happened long ago. So I remember when this channel was at 1,500, and in your head, like mentally, you're in your head, oh, I got 10,000 subscribers, but oh, I got 1,500 right now. But it's like, I remember when, man, those were good times. And I start thinking back on it like it's a memory. Same thing where it's like, okay, I've got the specific person now, right? I remember when we were broken up. And now I can literally look back and it's like, I remember when. Oh man. And all that stuff feels like a distant memory. So in the moment of something catastrophic, you're jumping far ahead and you're going to the future and like, oh, okay, I remember when this was a problem. So in the moment, you're living in the future. Remember when projects you into the future where you're just looking at your current circumstances as something that happened and you dealt with. That's a very good point too. So that goes well with this whole gratitude situation. And it's always understated. It's like whenever I talk to a lot of clients and stuff, I will give the gratitude thing. And I mean, the gratitude even fits the Bible's definition of prayer. Ask as though you have received, and it shall be yours. And I believe there is another one where it's like being grateful for something. Yeah, give thanks for something as though you have already received it. So giving thanks is being grateful. So you have already received something. So you're praying as though you have it already. So, oh, I want this specific job. I'm so thankful I got this. Even though right now you might be unemployed, have nothing going on, no money in the bank, but you're feeling like that person who has that, even for that moment, that hour, that two, however long you stay in that state, that day or that week or whatever you're staying in that state, you're feeling good. You're removing yourself from it. Now, obviously, in certain times, you might have to take action to get yourself out of a situation like that. But the important thing is getting your mind in that searching, that range where it's like, okay, I'm looking for the good. I'm looking for the good. And that's how we should be programmed all the time. All of this goes back down to mental diet. Gratitude is like a major food group to have on your mental diet. Like, eggs are a powerful food group, and I fucking hate eggs, but I force myself to eat them every morning. I like eggs if they're on a skillet. Other than that, it's a job to eat them. But you want a good diet, eggs are good for you. They're a good food to have in your diet, but you don't like doing them. Just like mental diet, where it's like gratitude is something that's like, I don't really want to. There's plenty of other substitutes, this and that. Yeah, you could get in shape from it, and you could have a successful manifesting career with all this stuff as well. But if there's something that's very powerful and very good to use, why not use it? Force yourself to do it. Diets are hard to follow, especially a mental diet, because your mind is being pulled this way and that. One of the things I'm doing now is trying to detox off the phone. I'll go through periods of that where I just stay off the phone for a long time. Right now, I'm in a horrible state. Like, what led me up to all the problems and stuff that I created in my own life recently was all I do is doom scroll. I don't make clips of this channel. I don't rewatch my old videos. I don't look. I mean, it took me forever. I've been talking about getting the gaming computer from my parents' place forever. Like, never picked it up. Never went out and bought a PlayStation. Didn't buy a TV for here. Didn't clean the studio. It still looks like shit. Like, all the things I said I was doing, I wasn't looking for success. I was just sitting there. That would be nice. That would be nice. I wish I could do that. I wish. When there was only thing preventing me was getting my fat ass over there and going to do what I needed to do. So I was preventing myself, blocking my own blessings, if you will. So you have to always be looking for the good. You always have to find a reason to be grateful. So again, breaking this all down again, that gratitude is important. Like I said, it's a major mental diet superfood. Because when you wake up in the morning, that's when I do my gratitude. Best time to do it. You wake up, your brain is searching again and again and again, looking for who am I? Like the scientifically proven stuff. Like Joe Dispenza talks about this. Even Neville and Reverend Ike with the spiritual side of it. You're thinking, who am I? What am I? Blah, blah, blah. You're trying to figure out who you are, what your place is. Again, your self-concept. Self-concept is not just how you see yourself. Like, oh, I'm a handsome, good-looking guy who has got his life together. No, your self-concept is, who am I? Where am I going? I got to go to work. Who am I at work? And then it's like either you see, oh, I'm a piece of shit, like nobody likes and this and that. I've been that guy in the shop before. And that's how I saw myself. It's like, oh, I'm about to go to the gym. Okay, who am I? Oh, I'm the guy who kind of goes there and drags ass early in the morning, but I go just to say I go. Or am I going there with a divine purpose? And then like, so anything like that, like your brain is programmed who you are. So if you're grateful, it's like, oh, I'm grateful there's food in the fridge. Something we take for granted. Some people don't have that. Oh, I'm grateful there's food in the fridge. I'm thankful I have a nice, comfortable bed. I'm thankful I've got water that's running. I'm thankful I could brush my teeth. Thankful I could see, walk, hear. Like I have all my senses, stuff that some people don't have. You go through all the things that you're grateful for, and that just brings your attention towards happiness and joy and like gratitude overall. And then from there, it's not very hard to draw the lines to, you know what, that's not impossible. I'm grateful for my millions of dollars. Well, you don't have millions of dollars. I'm thankful I could walk. Oh, yeah, you can walk. But wait, hold on. What was that other thing you said? I'm thankful there's running water. I'm thankful that I got enough food for lunch and dinner. Wait, yeah, but hold on. What did you say? And then you throw another lie in there. And it's tricking the subconscious. It's putting your prayer out there that you're thankful for something that's already happened. And trust me, I've been in dire situations where I felt like shit and felt like nothing was going to work. And just out of, you know what, I'm just going to say this. It forces you out of a negative feeling. So I can't stress this enough why you should be grateful. I just looked at this chat real quick. Yeah, Divine Friendpress, I will not call myself fat. That's the thing. You can't even joke about yourself. You're not even supposed to joke about yourself in a negative way. And then, yeah, only positive affirmations. I think revision and reframing has been the most powerful game changer for me in the last month, especially for the past 3 days. Cleared a lot of stuff. There you go, John. Yeah. For me, it's like when you revise or you like I like the word reframing a lot better too, because I've had problems with revision because it was harder for me to sell myself on, and it was like I felt like when you see the change, it doesn't feel like, oh shit, the whole world is reset. But it's this kind of a thing where it's like I've revised certain situations with people where it's like they legit don't remember. And it's like you could tell when people are lying to you most often, especially people that you know pretty well. I've seen people I know, like I've gone back and like, oh, an embarrassing situation or something and revised it. And they legit look confused when you bring it up. And like, no, that did not happen. That didn't happen. So I've seen it work like that a few times. But revision is just a very hard one to lock myself into. It's pretty much a lot of times, like I said before, I like to have my past as it is sometimes, because I wouldn't be who I am without the negatives of my past. Like if I didn't go through a lot of the stuff I went through in this relationship, I don't think my relationship would be as strong as it is. I don't think that if I didn't go through, I know if I didn't go through all that, I wouldn't have a channel. So at the end, like I said, no matter what I go through with my SP, I'm never going to hate that woman. I'm never going to have any malice towards her or anything. It's always going to be love because of where it brought me in life. Like good, bad, or ugly, if the relationship ended, it's brought me a beautiful endeavor, and it's helped a lot of other people through there. And then through me doing that, more people got help. So a lot of times through people's worst, I mean, look at David Goggins. That's a guy who's lived in his younger years. It was a really horrible life and a lot of bad things happened to him. But because he went through it and overcame it, he became a beacon of hope for other people who in turn went on to overcome their situations and inspire other people. And I think through doing all this stuff, whether it is with a specific person or a job, I've had somebody come up to me recently saying that they got a new job because they were like, oh, I saw your story and that motivated me. And I was like, that made me feel good too. Because a lot of times I feel like I get pigeon-toed into this little thing of, what do you call it? Oh, just to manifest a specific person. Like I said, I want to give more life advice and more of these other areas in life that you could excel at. I know everybody wants the specific person, but at the end, and this is something from that video 2 weeks ago I stick by, there is more to life than that. Like right now, my specific person is a complement to my life. There's times where like you feel like you need each other, but we've made it just fine without each other before. But we're complements to each other's lives. Like it makes it easier now that we have each other, if that makes sense. Like there's nobody you really need to help you do anything, like friends, family, or relationships that need to do anything, but they can be positive assets and reinforcements that make you feel great about yourself. Like every time I have a really successful live, or we get a bunch of views on a video, or I make a comedy video and she watches it and likes it and then supports it. Like I said to her before, I'm like, it means so much more when you like these videos, because it's like, wow, the woman I love is into what I do. Or when your family likes what you do, it's kind of like, wow, this is a big jump. To me, it's like, that's like the big factor. When the people you're doing things for are behind you, it gives you a lot more positive reinforcement, if that makes sense. But at the same time, you don't need anybody. So if you don't have your specific person, I mean, there was stuff I was doing. I was killing it in the gym because I'm like, oh, I know she's not going to be able to keep her hands off me when I come out of the gym. Like when she sees me again, she's like, oh my God, look at the work you've been putting in. Wow, you look great, blah, blah, blah. And I was using that as motivation. And I remember one of the conversations we had when we got back together, she goes, yeah, I know you've been hitting hard in the gym and killing it. And I mean, you could tell when you look at me that I was, but like, she's like, but she goes, no, I just knew you kept killing it. And it's like, maybe she's just saying a nice thing, but it's almost like, even with me blocked and stuff like that, like I said, being blocked doesn't fucking matter. Like, matters of love and relationships is a matter of the heart and the mind and telepathy and all that stuff. It's like, it's a soul connection. You're using soul. You're going soul to soul. Being blocked and all that shit doesn't fucking matter. Your love transcends all that. If I can be corny and shit. I totally find it much easier to believe that change in the past, trust the universe to take care of the details without harm when it comes to revision. No issues for me. I use reframing when actively dealing with something on a daily basis, making it easier to deal with. Yeah, I really love the reframing, John. That's something I'm big on. And I mean, if the revision works for you, by all means, go with it. Because for me, it's not impossible, and I haven't not done it. It just feels like, without putting a negative connotation to this, I am a lazy person. I like to, I mean, there's certain things I like to work hard on. Like if I'm making videos, not these type, but like if I'm doing like cinema type stuff or comedy skits or going to the gym, those are things I like, and I don't mind being in there for, hours and hours at a time and killing it and just spending all my time on it. Or if it comes to a relationship and being romantic and stuff, like I said before, I always own up to my shit. Like in the past few months, I was not being very romantic and shit like I used to be. So, what kind of incentive is that for that person? Like I said, when the consequence of a relationship is you're now going to be doing things, and this is not a negative way of saying it, but like you need to remember, like, okay, I manifested this, but now who am I in this relationship? So like I said, I kind of fell off that stuff. But when you're really in this loving state, like you love your specific person, you love your passions, you love your hobbies, it's easy to put a ton of work into it. Like, how many times I've done like crazy romantic shit, like fucking getting a hotel room with a hot tub and shit and putting all the flowers out and the fake little candle and shit, like wait in the car, hold on now. They told me that the room might not be ready. So you kind of, if something is important to you, you'll put the work into it like that. So let me see. Hey man, hope you're doing good. A lot of bridges told me you were live, and I just wanted to say gabagool. Hey, my man Marcius, there we go. And a fine gabagool to you, sir. Well, thank you, John. Yeah, I try to always be an open book on the stuff. I will always show you where I have fucked up and stuff. I know that sometimes it feels like, I'm like, I even had this discussion with my SP without airing out too much business. Like I said, she brought up the part where it's like, well, it seems like you never do any wrong. Like I said, and we'll bring up the point here. I have fucked up shit too. It's like, nobody is perfect. We're all going to fuck shit up. But what is my line? You can't fuck this up. Everything's always working out in your favor. So as human beings, Dolores Cannon has a great line on this. There's only ever been one perfect human being, and they crucified him. And that's a great line because, there is no such thing as perfect. And if there was, like, he got crucified 2,000 years ago. So the rest of us, we're doing our best on a day-to-day. And if we fuck up, that's the beauty of life. You are forgiven, and you're self-forgiven. It's like, okay, I understand and I recognize what I did. How can I fix this problem? All right, I'm going to fix this. And I'm going to take the steps I need to fix it mentally, physically, whatever, manifesting wise, all this shit. Like you take the steps to fix whatever problems that you've caused and realize, all right, I didn't fuck this up. I may have delayed something, but I didn't fuck it up. And everything's always working out in my favor. And again, while I'm this mysterious mystic that's on YouTube here and there, I'm sporadic in my posting, I'll stick to my point of you can't fuck this up. And anybody that says that you can fuck it up, they're a chud and they could suck one. And thank you to the guy who taught me the word chud, because you know who you are if you're watching. But we're halfway through the live, guys. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, video ideas, anything, let them roll. I don't know. I'm having a hard time breathing today. What the hell's going on here? Probably because I ate a big meal right before this. Eating 5 meals a day is crazy. Exactly, brother. And there's another thing too. Here's a negative bridge that happened, but a seemingly negative thing or negative bridge that unfolded into something greater. So I started looking into and I mentioned this in the other live too, I think. I was going through Teespring, which every fucking creator uses Teespring, right? I didn't like the prices they were asking. I didn't like that they were charging fucking shipping on each thing the person ordered. Like if you want to order a t-shirt, a baseball hat, and then like a fucking little frame or something, these assholes were going to charge you shipping on each one of those things. And I'm like, that's kind of bullshit. So I talked to them like, no, that's just how it is. I'm like, all right, well, we don't get a ton of orders anyway. Shout out to Ink because you're the only one who's ordered anything from the merch site, so I appreciate you. I kind of fired them. I did. I took. If you notice, there's no more shirt links or merch links. I took all that stuff down. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I could probably do it myself. Which my SP has been telling me for a long time. You could just make the merch yourself. And my mom told me, oh, you can make the merch yourself. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to make the merch myself. I'm a lazy motherfucker. But I'm like, yeah, that's a negative thing. Is there an excitement to it? Then I remember Rich Piano, which was someone I always looked up to. When I first bought his merch, there was something cool about it being written in hand, all fucking sloppy on a fucking package with his handwriting that he was mailing the shit out individually. It was like from a personal address too. And I was like, man, there was something cool because you're with him since day one. And then eventually like he grew his business where it's like he had other people doing all this stuff and it was more professional. But like to be there, it's like the shorts didn't even have pockets in them and stuff like that. I mean, I planned to have pockets and stuff. But like the thing of designing, like my SP loves fashion and she loves fitness. So it's like, and like a line like you can't fuck this up would be great on a fucking shirt or merch. So we're in the process of that, and it's something for us to bond over. But it was a very negative thing that was pissing me off. That like, hey, these people are trying to fuck over my viewers and myself. They still did nab some of my money on the end, and I'm waiting on a refund. But I wouldn't. There were certain products I didn't release because unless I've got a physical item, I'm not going to release it to you guys because I need to know that the quality is up to par. So if I buy the stuff and I do it, like that's something else. So that's one of the things I'm working on is like a mystical motivation / fitness clothing line. Then I'm doing this gaming stuff. Plus I'll still be here. I feel like I've made videos on almost every topic there is with this stuff. But if you guys have questions or video ideas, I will make them. Otherwise, I just like to do my Monday lectures and my Thursday night lectures, which I owe you guys one from last week. I didn't do either of those lives last week, but if you're in the Discord, again, if you guys are in the Discord, please help me drive it because like I could write so many things, but it's like I feel like we've talked about this or go through it because I did put a lot of content on there. You could reply to certain things and be like, hey, like this lecture that you wrote, like I've written up a couple big lectures on major talking points in manifesting on the Discord with my thoughts and opinions on them and stuff. You guys could write on there and I will reply to it. I mean, I get the notifications all day and sometimes I just get lazy with them. Thank you, Sheila and Inked and Courtney for trying to drive it up. I appreciate you guys. But I'll try to do better than just the Thursdays. But I got a lot of things that I want to work on too. And, lead by example. I don't want to be, like I said, just the guy, oh, he manifested this X-Pack. No, I'm trying to be the guy who's done a whole bunch of shit to show you that everything and anything is possible in this world. That's why I'm training for the bodybuilding show. It's something that's hands-on, so it's something I've always wanted. I've worked out for 12 years. I've never had a six-pack. I've had a flat stomach, but never a six-pack. So it's like, okay, I'm going to fucking grind it out mentally and physically, mental diet and physical diet for the combination of, okay, here's the body I want, and I got it, and I got to step on stage. I accomplished the dream of stepping on stage before. I said I wanted to make a movie way before I made this channel. We made a short film. We said we wanted to make a short film. Our next goal was to make a good one. Schedules got all fucked up, anticipating and feeling like we were going to fail and it wouldn't work. My next goal is by the end of this year to have a good short film, not just a short film, but a good one. So I'm in the talks with some people about that as well. There's a lot of things I'm working on. And then at the same time too, like I said, you have a relationship. This is the thing. If you guys are in the quote unquote process of waiting for an SP, enjoy and live your life up as much as you can with the thought of, oh, they're going to be back soon. I only got this much time to do this and this. And trust me, it fucking speeds it up. Because every time I was like, oh, you know what? Once we're in a relationship, it's going to be a long relationship. And it's like, it's going to be hard to break away and do as much stuff. So it's like that. It's actually like a trick of the mind to bring something in faster. But it's like, at the same time, I'm doing all this stuff where it's like, what do you call it? Like I put down on my planner right here, I know Courtney's a big planner person like me. On the planner, I got a thing. I never even showed my SP this, but it's like, dates with Lily. And I put down like every time there's going to be a date night. It's like I put down my workouts. I put down my paydays. I put down like, oh, leave this time open for coaching. Close coaching down on certain days. So it's like I do try to stay incredibly organized, but sometimes I don't. I also kind of go with the flow, which was something that I learned later. I've always been detail oriented, like, oh, it's got to be this, do this, and this. My brother and my SP and a couple close friends were the ones who kind of taught me, hey, just relax, go with the flow. And life actually works better when you go with the flow. But at the same time, you do have to have enough discipline to, I'm going to show up at the gym. I'm going to show up with a camera this day to film this certain content. I'm going to show up every Monday at noon and do these videos. So there is a degree of, what do you call it? Consistency, motivation. That's the number one thing on last month's notes. I haven't even switched over to the new month yet. But stay consistent was the number one. And we got 3 out of 4 weeks. I'm happy with that. This month, what's the goal? Do 25% better. One more week. Let me see what I missed over here. What's your biggest tip on not concerning yourself about time and any of all manifestations you've had? Well, Marcius, actually, it's a good question you asked because that was kind of like what I was referencing before. It's like when you want to speed something up too, it's kind of like, oh, I got this much time. Like the SP is coming back. What else do I love to do? Like I know you're a gamer and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I could do gaming and stuff. And it's like, I don't know what games you play, but like I said, once I get my shit up and running, it's like, oh, I could play games with Mystic and he's running an up and coming channel. Or it's like, what else do you like to do? Oh, I like to go out with my friends. I like to spend time with my family. Other things that like you like to do. It's like, okay, I only got this much time because this relationship is coming any minute now. I better. And when you're doing that, it's like you're expecting that thought process makes you expect it like it's coming right now. And you're like, oh, I'm running out of time. You ever notice when you're stressing that you're running out of time on something, that thing you're running from seems to show up a lot faster? I got a friend who's training for a show right now, for a bodybuilding show. He's 8 weeks out. He's like, dude, well, I have to rest the week before. So it's like, he goes, I'm really down to only 7 days or 7 weeks. And then we just finished up last week. He's like, oh, I only got 6 weeks left. And it's like the time is going by really quick. I'm 23 weeks. Well, I was 23 weeks out last week. I'm 22 weeks out from my show. Time starts to go by fast when you're expecting something and you're almost running and avoiding it. Well, thank you, John. Yeah, I'm trying to stay on my own direction with it. And then also the stuff could be way more affordable that way. Put on multiple notifications when you're going live. They don't always show up. Well, that's a good point, Courtney. I forget YouTube kind of shadow bans me at times. And Ink, thank you, Queen, for the donation. I like the good game. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate you. Literally a big planner. Yeah, exactly. Right here. It's like the big one that sits across the desk. A year ago, I had a session with you. I had a session with you for 3P, and now SP and I are discussing moving in together. Hey, Viv, see, what the hell is it? Like, I love when we're doing the lives. If you can send me the success story too, or if you want to, you don't have to. Also, Viv, I don't even think you're in the Discord. If you had a session with me, by the way, guys, if you had a session with me, you're supposed to be in the Discord. You're not supposed to be, but you can be if you send me a email, mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. I will add you into the Discord. And if you want to discuss the story, or if you want to come on here and do it live and we'll talk about it, or just tell it to me and I'll reiterate the story. But that's awesome. I love when people come in and just drop it like that, because I believe somebody else in this chat, I don't know if she wants it to be public, also had a success story this past weekend. We can have a call about how to use a planner. There's some tips and tricks that be consistent. I'm a planner evangelist. Yeah, I've always been. You know what advice I took was from Tony Robbins about the planner? I go through phases of using a planner and then I stop. One of the things about a planner is I fill it up so much that if you miss one thing, it feels like, oh, I fucked up the entire day. It's like, no, it creates a sense of failure sometimes. But like you said, if you put 10 things out, I think this was a Jordan Peterson one now maybe, but I know Tony Robbins talked about it. But if you do one thing off the list, or you miss one thing out of 10, you still completed 90% of that list. But naturally, as an overly critical person, you're going to shit on yourself like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Like, oh, come on, I didn't complete everything. You put it down in a priority. Well, that was one of the things I learned too. It's like, write down, I got to get this, and this done. So today, what did I have to do? today I still have to go to the store, get my meal prep food and cook it. Those are high priority. Doing this live was high priority. Getting supplements is high, but it's not important because, it's important to have them for my diet. That's what the coach is calling for. But I don't need it at the moment because I've been doing fine without it for years. And then I have a few other things. It's like, it's 80 degrees out today in Chicago. That's great. It's the first 80-degree day. Now, I wish SP was here enjoying it with me out in the pool in the back and stuff like that, but she's busy today. She got work and stuff going on after work. So that's not going to happen. And I would like to go out and get a tan and go for a walk and stuff like that. And I still got to hit the gym. So gym's high on the priority. And it's like, if anything, I'm going to miss the nice weather too. I just spent most of the morning meditating and waiting for someone to come pick up a chair from the place. So, because I got this big lounge thing over here, I want to put it to the front room and then move that meditation chair a little bit in that corner. I got a few things I'm working on right now, but chances are I'm not going to get to do the tanning and I'm not going to get to do a couple things off this list. Maybe not even move the chair out. But for the most part, I addressed all the major important things. What can be addressed tomorrow that's not that important? I can get the chair out of here tomorrow. That's not important. So it's like you address what's important at the moment. And in the day-to-day life, that's why I say you have many manifestations and other things in life that you want to accomplish because, okay, you want to manifest the SP right here, right now, right today. On the chance it doesn't happen, I'm not saying it's impossible because things can turn around on a dime. I mean, like I said, I had a success story that took the person almost a year to manifest their SP. And last I checked, things are going great with her. That was the story I talked about a couple weeks ago. Viv's story, look at what happened in a year. Fucking crazy and amazing. The other person in the chat, months-long process. But what did they do in the day-to-day? I don't know full of what Viv did, but I do know that the client who was successful before and the other client that I see in here, they tried to live the most happy, fulfilled lives doing things that they needed to do to progress themselves and their families and their friends to a better state while keeping their mind distracted and still doing their mental exercises and diets to get what they wanted. And it came to pass. So, yeah. So thank you, Viv. Yeah, Viv, you just made my day with that one. And the other person here, you made my weekend when you told me that the other day. And the person from 2 weeks ago, you made my week last week or 2 weeks ago. And Ink, you made my day with the donation and the little guy. I should take a picture of that. That's pretty nice. Actually, I'm always going to be grateful for Ink. You were the one who bought. Oh, also, this is bad. Like I said, I own up to my fuck ups. Even though you can't fuck this up, I own up to my fuck ups. Ink did earn this. I just haven't mailed it out. But we do talk quite often, so I know she's not that worried about it. But this, and then I have another gift for you too, because you always send me stuff. You can't see it, but Ink's daughter made the merch that's behind the PC that says, I love you, Nick, or love you, Nick, and it's got the Mystic Wolf on it. That's from Ink's daughter. She made that, and Ink gave me the blue squishy ball up there, which was a manifestation that seemed so impossible to get. She got that for me and sent it over here. So once I get to, and then they gave me the Mystic shirt too, her and her kids. So I appreciate them for that. And you also gave me my first donation on here a couple months ago, or maybe like a year ago, and you gave me what's it called? You and Mitch, or no, I was supposed to say his name. The Pirate Party. You and the Pirate Party have both gave me some nice donations, and I appreciate you two for that. So thank you guys. And yeah, and congratulations on your success story. So if you guys are in the Discord too, I do have a box of these trophies, and it's supposed to motivate you to pick out a mini manifestation or a big manifestation and show yourself that anything is possible, and that you'll get this after like you complete a manifesting challenge that you set forward to yourself, and you tell me the things you did, and it's creating a fun way of getting more success stories. It doesn't even have to be anything big either. Ink is the best manifestation lady ever. She's got to turn her channel back on. Ink's been there every time that I start panicking and shutting me down. Like I said, everybody has a partner, and everybody's going to go through some shit, which I'll address that point in a second too. That was something, I don't know if it's happening in the YouTube chats too, where like, I don't know if you don't really see it here because nobody really talks to each other. Most of the comments on the videos are just going towards me. But especially in the Discord stuff. I'll address it more in the Discord live on Thursday. But if you guys are struggling and you reach out and you have a manifesting partner, whether you met them on a forum, this channel, another channel, whatever, you met somebody, don't blow them up and be like, oh, I need this advice, because what are you doing? You need, and you're shutting down and you're looking for help when all the help you need is within. It's good to have someone to talk to and like stay positive with and keep yourself distracted. Why is Ink the good manifestation partner for me when we go through stuff? It's because we have a lot of the same interests. So it's like, oh, we could, what's it called? We could talk about other things other than manifesting. It's like, oh, here's the situation. Here's how you should address it. Now, next thing, here's how you should address it. Here's the problem. I'm going to go forward with that. But if I call her the next day and I'm like, oh my God, like it's still not working. It's like, did you do anything I told you last night? No. Then what's the fuck's the point? Like, if you watch my videos or you watch anyone's videos and you see that all of us in our own ways are agreeing on the same core points, all the way back to ancient times and biblical times and predating all that stuff, there's always been the mystery of the mind creates what the world, what is shown in the world. Everything starts in mind. All is mind. If we are all agreeing on that same point, the thing is just to get yourself distracted from it. Because if you're alone with your thoughts, that's the point of a manifesting partner. That's the point of having a manifesting friend. Why do you think that the Discord is set up in the way it is? And if some of you are not in the Discord, the thing is, the setup, it's like, it's got workout progress section where you can talk about your workouts, post your progress pics, talk about like, hey, what you're training for and what you're working on, and motivate each other there. We got another part where it's like book club, talk about the books you're reading, whether they're metaphysical or not. The other part is passions, like what are you doing? Like I know we have someone in the group, she does dancing and stuff like that, and that was her form of fitness and letting things out. And she was a painter, so it's like, and I've talked about things I wrote or like videos I would make for me and SP's channel. It's like I would post those there too. It's like to get yourselves distracted with stuff. Like I said, if I'm going through something or Ink is going through something and we're talking, like as of lately, I said owning up to stuff too. I haven't really talked to Ink like religiously like we used to do in probably a couple months. But like we'll talk here and there real quick, catch up. So the thing is though, it's like, oh, there's a new Indiana Jones video game out. Boom, we'll talk about that or something like that. Or it's like some pop culture thing because we're both into that. Or I'll see something alien related because I know it's one of her favorite movies, which is the other thing I was going to send her. It's like, oh, here's this. And it's just something where like, oh, you're friends with other stuff to talk about other than, oh, the manifestation that you don't currently have, if that makes sense. But when you keep leaning on people, I wrote this in the Discord today. What do you expect that other person to say? What you're really doing on a subconscious level is you want them to, hold on, I will go and speak to SP for you. They're on their way. But that doesn't happen. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're either going to start dragging them down or they're going to pull you up, and then then you can't stand on your own feet mentally and stuff like that. And spiritually, you can't stand on your own feet. You're going to fall down as soon as they hang up the phone or they walk away. And then the next day, they're going to pick you up again. And eventually, they're not going to want to pick up the phone because they're needing to pick you up. And that's why a lot of times, like, the relationships have problems. I was this person before, too. It's like you're leaning out, I need this person to be happy. It's like, no, you can be happy on your own. The person is a compliment to your life that makes you feel better that they're with you. But if they weren't there, you could still be a happy, accomplished individual. That's the point. If your friend is not here to talk you through something right now, you're strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet. It's not, oh, I need this person to make me feel good, because needing a friend to pull you out of something, needing a relationship to pull you out of something, needing something to validate you because you can't give it to yourself is the opposite of what we're doing. The point is you can stand mentally and spiritually on your own. Whether you have what you desire or not at that moment, you can stand on your own 2 feet and not worry about shit. I got exactly what I wanted long ago. I met someone on a weekly basis talking about manifestation. Done. There you go. So that's my point, is do not lean on anyone too much, because either you're going to repel them, drag them down, or they're going to pick you up, and then it's just a futile effort. They're like, pick you up, fall back down, pick you up, fall back down. You're like doing like a scarecrow. Just fall down every time somebody picks you up. That's the reason why if you buy a session with me, most of the time, if I have nothing going on after, I will spend extra time with you. And after that, if you reach out for a second session, I'll send you a message first to try and talk you out of it. Be like, remember what we went over? Did you do this, this, and this? Do that first, then come back to me in another week. Usually, people figure it out within that time. Or if they still really need it, okay, we'll do another session. But before we get to the next session, we'll try and talk you out of it through some messages again. Because I'm not doing my job if you can't stand on your own. I get it. You doctors and therapists and manifesting coaches and fitness coaches and everybody, they make their money on you not being able to do something yourself or stand on your own 2 feet. I'm different than that. I want you to, your success story and you being successful is more important to me than this collecting money and money and money. That's what I told you before. I told you in the last live and almost every other live, I keep a day job so I don't need to lean on this. I've heard stories of manifesting coaches fucking hitting people up like, hey, for $200, I'll coach you all year round. It's like, bro, what the fuck? $200, you're going to coach somebody all year round? And then on top of that, if you knew how to get money, you could get money without it. I know that I could get it from all kinds of sources. I start my merch company. I can make money that, do the gaming stuff. You can make money that way. Start a business, open a gym, do videos like this where you're getting ad money. I mean, I'm not crushing it on ad money, but I know if I put my mind to it more and tried more, I could do that. Overtime shows up. I could get a part-time job. There's a bunch of ways to make money in the world. So that shit pisses me off when I see like people chasing and thirsting after clients. And I've had other clients come and tell me this, like, oh yeah, this one and this one, I won't oust anybody, but I know who they are. It's like, learn to manifest your money, motherfucker. Or motherfuckers, because there's multiple. Don't group me with those therapists. No, but I'm not grouping you with them. I'm saying you're not going around asking people, like hitting up old clients like, hey, I'll cut you a deal if you use me. That's the point. I do a part-time so I don't have to stress on full-time. Even the eye doctor, what the hell? You're going to send me a thing every year on my birthday? Come back. My eyes are fucked up to the degree that they're fucked up, and I will keep them the way they are. I like my light prescription, and they're not going to get any worse. They stay right where they are. Yes, while manifesting SP, I took some trips with friends. Looking back, it really matters to enjoy the moment instead of just waiting. Exactly, Viv. 100%. Because every time that I had booked the trip on my own, my SP had come back in that time, not saying like, because, okay, if you look at it in the 3D, it's like, my SP didn't know that I was going on trips. That's the thing. I just booked it and I felt good. Like one of the trips was like with friends and family. It's like, wow, my family I haven't really hung out with or talked to in a long time. We have a great time reconnecting. Some friends that we were kind of like not falling off as in we were fighting, but just like not seeing each other much. We go there and then like having this great bonding experience with my brother, going to Universal with my brother, which was originally a trip I was planning with my SP, but we broke up around that time and we didn't get to go. We wound up starting to talk during both those times. Why? Because I chose me. And by choosing me, it opens up the door for the other person to choose you and love you and value you as well. I'm going to say if that makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. And again, right there, Viv is confirming it. Yeah, but Viv, for sure, if you want to like send me the success story on email, or if you want to join the Discord, for sure email me, because I started the Discord stuff probably after we had that session. But I appreciate you sharing that. That motivated me even more. Look at this. I just realized what mug I'm wearing or drinking out of. Where dreams come true. I'm not going to talk about Hollywood, though. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. And thank you to my SP for this. She bought me this, I believe, on my birthday. Or was that my mom on the trip? I think that was SP. No, that one was my mom. Never mind. Mama Mystic, if you're here, I appreciate that. Or SP, if you're here and I'm wrong, correct me. But SP did buy me a bunch of shit in LA. Because it was on my birthday the first time we went. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I addressed the stuff I wanted to address. So it's like publicly to my SP, I will tell her this, that I am sorry that I dragged out some personal stuff. And like I said, I always own up to my shit. And it's disingenuous to the viewers and to her and to myself to have made a video where I felt like I dragged out too much personal shit on a misunderstanding and made her look bad, made myself look bad, and was disingenuous. Are there points that apply to other people on that helped other people? Yes, 100%. And if you took value from that and you watched that when it was live, go with what I taught you. But I will always be honest and genuine with you guys. If I fuck up or made a mistake, even though you can't fuck this up, but if I've done something that feels disingenuous, I will always own up to it. So to her, I'm sorry. To you guys, I'm sorry. And I hope that this being grateful in this gratitude episode, like I'm grateful that we worked through that. I'm grateful that I have an opportunity now to show you another lesson through owning up to stuff. A lot of times it's our pride and our ego stop us from, going through what we go, like our pride and ego will stop us from owning up to mistakes that we made. You can make mistakes, but you can't fuck up life. Life always works out in your favor, especially when you choose to believe life is always working out in your favor. So with that, I hope you guys got some value from this. Viv, I'll be looking forward to your message. The other person here with a success story, I'll wait for you to give me permission on it, or we do a live together. Thursday on Discord. If you've been a former client, you send me the stuff. I'll add you in. If you want to join, it's $7 a month. And we do lives on Thursdays. And we'll do extra time this Thursday because I owe you guys for last Thursday. And if you want coaching, the links are always down below in these videos, or you could send me an email, or if you go to mysticmanifesting.com, I have a website now. It's set up. So I got all the stuff there as well. If you want to start with just one session, but I do have packages as well. With that, I love you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in. I got the mouse plugged in because it died when we started. Thank you again to Inked in the donation. Appreciate you guys very much. I love you, and I'll see you Thursday or next Monday. See you.